Big Bang Theory Season 3 episode review video. Before I get to that, though, pretty important, if you're not caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers of really funny moments that'll happen. This will be The Big Bang Theory Season 3, Episode 7. The title of this episode is called The Guitarist Amplification. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Leonard, Penny, and Sheldon are playing Research Lab, a board game that's kind of similar to Monopoly. And Leonard learns that some guy is going to be staying with Penny. Leonard and Penny start fighting. Sheldon gets upset and turns on a blender, and Leonard continues to complain about the situation. Leonard, Sheldon, Raj, and Howard are going to be going to the movies, and Leonard and Penny cross paths in the hallway. Sheldon gets upset because it's going to cause them to be late for the movie Time Bandits. Howard and Raj start fighting at the comic book store, and Sheldon gets super upset. So Sheldon goes to the Cheesecake Factory for lunch and wants Penny to apologize to Leonard. Sheldon, after that doesn't really work out well, goes over to Raj's place and leaves when him and his parents start arguing when they're on, I guess, the show's version of Skype. I don't know if Skype was actually around at this point in time. Probably was. So after that, Sheldon goes over to Howard's place, rings the doorbell, and then hears Howard and Howard's mom. "What do you want? I'm busy. I'm on the toilet, Howard." So Sheldon leaves because they're arguing. So lastly, Sheldon goes to the comic book store to hang out, to get away from everyone fighting. Leonard and Penny show up there looking for him. Penny says they'll buy him a new toy robot figure and a comic book if he comes back home with them. And then Sheldon, like a kid, falls for it. So the episode ends with Penny and Leonard in bed. I'm guessing they just had sex. And then we see Justin as the person who is supposed to stay with Penny, and he is sleeping on the couch at Leonard and Sheldon's place next to Sheldon when Sheldon was sitting in his spot. And then Sheldon says he should have asked for much more than a comic book and a robot, and that's how things end. So, funny stuff. Sheldon obviously has some issues, and we go over that in this particular episode. I'm going to give the episode a score of 8.4 out of 10, and the character of the episode would be Sheldon. As far as Penny's hotness goes in this episode, I'll give her a 7 out of 10. It wasn't her best, but hey, she's still adorable, and I'm doing that because that's one of the reasons why I started watching the show. Is one of the episodes I'm like, who is that hot and blonde? So if you're offended by that, well, I apologize, but just something more to talk about when I'm doing the reviews for it. So you've heard what I have to say, now it is your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory or Young Sheldon, perhaps, or if you like Dexter, Dexter New Blood, The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, Ozark, or any other show, or maybe even a UFC live fight reaction, and just to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, make sure you smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in this, or if you want to share this on any of your social media platforms, please do so. Don't forget to sound off in the comments section about what your thoughts are on this episode. What would you rank it as far as a score? Who would be your character of the episode? If you want to judge how Penny looks in this episode, fine. Your favorite moment, I think it was funny when they promised to buy him a comic book and a new robot, as Sheldon has that inner child in him. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.